Good morning, everybody. Happy 2025. It's the 1st of Jan, and I'm back in the shed. I've been spending a lot of time in the shed the past week because I did the Rafa Festa 500. But as you can also see, it's again that time of year. I have to clean out the shed. And what I also will do in this video is take you guys along to 2024, actually. Look back on that year. I almost forgot, but I had such an amazing year last year. So I wanted to show you guys some highlights, talk about it, and hope you enjoy. 2024 for me started out with what I had been doing for the end of 2023, training. I did a lot of training exercises already starting in October and November of 2023 using a training app called Join. And with that app I was building on my fitness because I had, my biggest cycling goal ever. I signed up for an event called Taxandria, which was in June of 2024. But training for that meant I had to do a lot of work. I already knew 200 miles, 320 kilometers in one day. I had never done it, and I was pretty sure without proper training I would never be able to finish it. So, knowing all that, what I did is actually told myself, hey guy, you gotta get going, you gotta work out, you gotta train. And actually the first video of 2024 on my channel was called Kick 2024 in the Dick, which I did. So the first part of 2024 was all about building up stamina, having fun, and also enjoying the horrible weather that we had, because I can't remember a winter in which we had more rain than 2024. Everything was so wet. I got wet feet a lot, sometimes standing in knee-deep puddles of water with my gravel bike. But anyway, I survived, and of the first quarter of 2024, the biggest event or fun thing that we did was actually go on a bikepacking trip. Trying to ride the Green Divide over here in the Netherlands, which is one of the most famous bikepacking gravel rides there is in the Netherlands, full stop. I did that ride, the Green Divide bikepacking, together with two of my buddies, Jan and Peter, also as a form of preparation for our trip together to Italy, where the plan was to do Veneto gravel, a longer bikepacking ride in the Veneto region in Italy. So after a lot of indoor training, after doing the Green Divide bikepacking as a test, in April Jan and I set out to Italy to do the Veneto gravel. Fun. Will I ever do it again? Probably not. I thought the route was a little bit boring, to be honest. Hell of a lot of fun to ride together with Jan, and also to meet up with Peter again, who showed up in Italy. But yeah, route a little bit more, and also the weather, guys. The final two and a half days of riding was super windy, super stormy, hail, rain. Ugh, man, we froze our tails off and spent a lot of nights in hotels because sleeping in a tent was just a bit too much for us. With the Veneto gravel under my belt, in May I thought it would be best to test myself and go for a longer one-day ride. I had never done anything over 150, 160 kilometers on my gravel bike, so I thought let's find a longer route and try to do that in one day. What I ended up doing is a route, again here in the Netherlands, called the Limburg Divide, or also known as the Geilstrecke. And it's an A to B ride from a city called Nijmegen to another city called Maastricht. I wanted to do that together with another buddy of mine. His name is also Peter. And Peter showed up at my house the morning that we said we would do it. But Peter forgot his cycling shoes. So in the end, I ended up going to the starting location, Nijmegen, all by myself. But I did meet up with Peter later on in the route as he went back to his house, collected his cycling shoes, and took his car to go to another city where we met up, and we did the largest part of the route together. finishing the Limburg Divide, or doing 220 kilometers on gravel, did me good. I really needed it for my confidence, to test myself, to see if my equipment was up to spec, all that good stuff. And it also led me into doing two beautiful events after, both in May, and both organized by the same organization. I'm a big fan of them. They are called Smuggler's Path, and they have such a fun gravel event that they organize each year just across the border in Belgium. It's a 3-day event. It's more like a festival. So campfire, beers, great barbecues, fun people, great routes. So I use Smuggler's Path as also a way to both combine the training with the social aspect, because that's what gravel is actually for me. I've met so many cool, amazing people the past year and a half since I really started getting more and more into gravel. It's amazing. So after Smuggler's Path, I went to another event organized by Smugglers, which is called Le Fabuleux. Again, amazing people that I met there, and an amazing event. It's in the Ardennes, and boy, was it tough. That video is actually called one of my toughest days out on the bike, because especially the Saturday, of course, rain and a lot of climbs, a lot of hike bike, a lot of walk in, and it took me forever to get to the finish line on the Saturday. Oh wow, I took an extra break. I just stopped halfway, not even halfway up this climb. This one is 4.6 kilometers, and I have to laugh because the legs are done. I'm done. So I'm gonna take it easy now. Finish one of my bottles, grab an extra energy bar, maybe a caffeine gel, and then start moving again. The last weekend of June was Plug Taxandria, the event I had been training for 7-8 months, and I was ready for it. I knew I was ready for it as long as I would be able to pace myself, don't go off like a maniac, eat, drink, rest on time. I was quite confident, even though, to be honest, at the start line I did feel the jitters. Whew, we're off! All in all, Taxandria, the highlight of 2024. Still super proud of myself for being able to finish it, for completing such a huge task for me, such a huge goal, to be so dedicated to the training. Yeah, I'm really happy with that, and also looking forward to goals for 2025, but about that a little bit later. Let's first recap the remainder of the year, starting on with July. Not a great month for me. I could have known, I did know beforehand, that after such a huge goal and finishing that, the motivation would be pretty much gone, and it was. I struggled to get on the bike. I don't know, sometimes the motivation is just gone and you don't really feel like riding anymore. And that's also one of my New Year's resolutions, if you will. I'm gonna take better care of my mental health, my motivation. Just be aware of the fact that I also need a rest every now and then. I did so much training hours, so many 2-hour workouts before I got to work during the week, so many long rides on weekends. There comes a point where you have to just scale down a bit. So for this year, any big goals that I might have, after I finish them, I will give myself the time to recover both physically as well as mentally. So the second half of the year, or at least the final few months of 2024, you could somewhat see as a fail. Actually, one of my videos has fail in the thumbnail, because that was, well, a super cool event. But that was a bikepacking weekend in France, in the Champagne region. Learned a lot, but I had to scratch. I didn't finish the event. 400 kilometers in 2 days on a super hilly course route was just way too much for me. I had to do so much hike biking on the first day that it took me, if I remember correctly, 7 or 8 hours to do the first 80 kilometers of the total of 400. So, like I said, I learned a lot, and that's also something I want to take into this year because, yeah, like I said, I have big plans and I want to do more of that ultra bikepacking. So I would say bring it on, but with the knowledge and what I've learned from last year. In October and November is where it really went downhill for me. I talked to my doctor about my asthma, and actually we tried a new medication with the of which the side effects actually really got me down and out. It took me 6 to 7 weeks to realize that the medication that I got actually it messed up my sleep. I felt jittery all the time. My lungs didn't really improve, and it actually went from bad to worse. And especially in November, I hardly touched my bike. But then in December, luckily, there's always the Rafa Festive 500. So I already felt like the attraction of the bike was coming back. So that was a good sign. And doing the Rafa Festive 500, yeah, that really confirmed to me again that I can improve on the bike, that I'm ready, that my lungs are okay again. And this is what I'll take into the new year as not new year, new me, new year, old me, knowing what I can and cannot do, but learned more, learned about that bikepacking stuff, learned about working out, learned where my limits are and that I have to respect those. So I'm super keen to get cracking for 2025. And about that, 2025 will be the year of a bigger gravel ultra bikepacking event. I will be doing Gravel Birds in Portugal, which is an ultra 750 kilometers in the, let's say, middle of Portugal. I'm not really sure. I'll show you guys a map. You can take 6 days to finish, and I think I will need those. My aim will be to finish in 5 to 6 days. The route is quite hilly again. There will be a lot of off-roading. I will bring as little stuff as possible. I really want to pack light, but I will bring a bivvy and a sleeping bag just in case I get caught out and I don't find a proper place to sleep. But that is my big goal for 2025. Of course, other stuff in the on the calendar as well. I will be joining Smuggler's Path because that is the coolest gravel event that I know. And I also want to do probably several one-day ultras. I'm looking at Badlands at the moment, which is in the Netherlands. Oh, sorry, I call it Badlands. It's called Flatlands. Badlands is in Spain, Flatlands is in the Netherlands, and that is a to B ride event, gravel, 300 kilometers. And the other one, I might revisit Plug Taxandria just because that was such a feel-good, motivational event for me. So I would say a lot to look forward to. Really keen to get on the bike again. I hope you guys are doing great as well and that you have a great 2025. Hope to see you on the bike and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.